Not this. Oh. How you doing, the spinning wheel? What's up, everybody? 15 seconds alive. Luna, can you believe this? All right, I'll do a few minutes. This is crazy. What's this light? We need wood for the lighting. Scarlett, just killing some time outside. This is where Luna hangs out with me outside where it's safe. Chloe cries. She doesn't like it. I guess I'm trying a spontaneous outdoor thing, and then I'm gonna advertise. I'm gonna let people see. I'm gonna do uh, a thing, a streaming, and we watch Fred and Vinny, and maybe have a guest and some comments and questions. That I think that'd be fun. So I'm gonna figure out how to do that. I'm just avoiding work. I had an accountant that went AWOL. Sounds like a Seinfeld episode. I should have dumped him a long time ago. And I have to track down a lot of W 2s. So, excuse me, just allergies. Looney loves it out here. Luna, say hi. So, Cody started his first day of work. Hey, Leo, what is this? What is that? What is this? That's a good shot. Uh, so we're just hanging out for a few minutes. Got to track down W 2s. Luna, are you done already? Any bugs or lizards? You ready to go in? She lets me know when she's had enough. And you let me know when you've had enough. Now, don't tell Wood I'm doing this. He gets mad if I'm not using the best camera and the sound and the lighting. One time he showed up, he banged on the door. Remember that, Luna? Are you done already? You can't eat the seeds on the floor. All right. Well, you have a good lunch. All right. This added 3 minutes to the watch hours for Cody. It's hard to get those watch hours. It's like you need 3,000 or a little bit more than halfway there. And if I had a lot of money, I would pay him full time to just. So I went. I don't know if you saw. I always hear my accent. I went on MLC, and everyone. Well, Kevin was giving me crap about why do you do those Substack stories? You don't make money from them, but they give me great pleasure when when Cody. Maybe Chloe can draw those pictures. So I want to show you something crazy. It's a beautiful day. Oh my God, 95 humidity in Jersey. Where in Jersey do you live? My friend lives in Bayonne. Now I heard it's getting more high end there. So this is my lock box. 10 hours and 26 minutes before it'll open, and I can do the things I'm trying not to do every day. So maybe we'll have a lockbox opening later. And yeah, Flores Omorski. Now, yesterday on our thing, what is this from? Wow, that's beautiful. Uh, I said I keep assuming I assume Flores and Morsky is a female, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't even know what Flores means. I was on Handy Manny and we learned some Spanish. So this is my. So this broke. Are you safe with that? Oh, I got to figure out how to fix that. She never goes in the hammock, or she can go a little higher. You like it out there? It's a beautiful day here. Is this distracting? All right, let me see if I can get rid of this. This thing is bothering me now. Ah, I'm an old man when I go, when I sit. North Jersey. Yeah, I mean, look, I know to do it. Kevin is really good at what he does. He argues, he rants, he has people, like what's his name? Are you crying? Oh, look at Chloe. Chloe, you want to come out? And yeah, he does it every day, and he's good at ranting and getting the guests. But I really admit that I have a, he's nice. He's nice because you were giving him money, Scarlett, and he's not the no, he's actually not a bad guy. There's people, and I'll say it again. I can't stand Brian Callen. And I didn't know much about Kevin till I started doing this stuff. I He was a generation or two after me in the stand-up world, so I didn't cross paths with him. I thought he was some bitter brother of Neil, but he had a lot of success and still does, and has done a lot, and very well respected, and found his niche with this stuff, and he could just stay home and have a nice life. And so he's written, and you know he's well respected by that New York scene. And what am I trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Um, yes, he's the nicest crazy guy. And yeah, so he's more ensconced in that world. And I wasn't going on these things looking to be a YouTube guy. Again, I love telling stories with Cody, but the problem is if I had a lot of money, I would pay Cody full time to just do these and put out as many illustrated stories. All right, I met a friend for pasta last night. And then we looked around Barnes. I don't have a good bookstore in my area. And I just love looking through books and opening them. And well, yeah, that's what you do when you look through a book. You open it and go, oh, this would be cool. And picturing those Cody stories in a book. If I was me and I was skimming through a bookstore and saw illustrated stories of a neurotic, lonely, isolated, well, that's the same thing, misfit, I'd go, oh, and it's not hard to read because they're pictures. So, so I it's what I look through things at bookstores, something that speaks to me, and that would. So I was opening, hoping that just little by little. Again, last Christmas I was depressed, a lot going on, and Cody made a little mini book of the things we've done, and made me feel so good. I like looking at it, holding it, and okay. So my long-winded stories. Now I remember what I was saying is I originally started doing these streams as a way of number one, hoping there'd be super chats and give the money to Cody so he'd be more prone to wanting to do this a lot. I have Jeff Richards on and some friends to entertain him so he can just keep doing the stuff and just to keep him enjoying it. And maybe a way for him to enjoy it would be to if he had some I'd give him the super chat money. And unfortunately, he, well, fortunately, he moved in with his brother and now has to pay rent and stuff. And today's his first day of his job. So congratulate him, please. You got to give the fans what they want to grow. You just can't give them what you want. Okay, so there's two ways to look at that, Ed. Number one is, like I was saying, I wasn't looking to be a YouTube super chat guy. I was just doing this. Originally, I was just Zooming with Cody and working on our stuff. And then I thought, oh, maybe, yeah, we could do super chats and give him some money. So this isn't what I'm good at, but answering your question or your statement, Ed, what I love about this and Substack is that there's not a lot, but there's the people like Jeff Crone and Scarlett and a few that are really into it. So I say I'm going to do this just for the people that really love it, love the pictures. So so I'm not really looking to do this like Kevin does. So tell me then. I don't know what a CWC is. So tell me what if I try to give them what I think they want. Number one, I'm not being myself. I'm not being my strength. Like I said, I'm very repetitious. That the people who enjoy this really do, even though it's not like Kevin's or any of these others. It's mellow. They like the creative process. They like seeing contributing. But that being said, what could I do? I kind of think if I try to be Kevin every day, my stories would run out. People, I'm just probably in the Kevin world only entertaining like once every few weeks. You need a mix of both what fans wanted to. What do fans want? That's the thing. Some of them want something different. I mean, no, some of them, but not a lot, really, really like seeing the illustrations and hearing the stories and contributing creatively. And here and there, I have some friends on, and you know. So tell me what they want. Yes. Again, yesterday was my happy place. I love telling a story that has been in my mind and computer for years about being too skinny in high school and Terry Ness and the Bowie tickets and auditioning for the Bowie movie. I don't know where to put that story, but I love what Cody brings to it. And another thing is, on YouTube, I came upon something I think from Nietzsche. There's a way to pronounce it, and he said, "Don't explain yourself." So I'm explaining myself too much. But that being said, what I do that people enjoy on Kevin's stream podcast, I don't think I could do without him or here. He brings stuff out of me. We have a chemistry because he knows the people I'm talking about. Like if I went on, let's say, with I'm just throwing out any name, Pete Holmes, he wouldn't know who I'm talking about. I don't know who he's talking about. He doesn't quite get the misfit neurotic thing. So I like the chemistry with Kevin, but it wouldn't, if I'm on my own, is what I'm saying. So basically, I'm out here. I'm killing time because I'm avoiding doing real work, which is I had an accountant that had a mental problems. It sounds like a Seinfeld episode. He finally went AWOL with all my W-2s. I got to track them all down. Is there worse problems? Yes. I don't mean to complain. Less old stories and more Fred now. All right. I'll tell you now stories. Now is that, well, I don't work like I used to. I'm enjoying even doing this now is that I'm pretty isolated. Like yesterday, I met someone for just 40 minutes. I moved to an area that's really, I have a nice place. I wanted a new chapter. It's not in Hollywood with traffic and actors and noise and billboards. And so I love where I live, but it's not where I go to farmers market and bump into people I know and feel I'm interacting by just looking at people. So that's now is that so sometimes I do these things and I forget I haven't had a real human interaction in a long time. Um, would I be willing to degrade myself for money? Interesting question. Not really, because that's what I'm going for, Johnny Claire, is that when I put out the audible for my Norm thing, I just wanted to tell that story, and I think Charlotte has listened to it. It's called My Friend Norm. At my point in my life, career, whatever's left of it, I probably did the big things. And I'm very grateful I did. But I'm not looking for anything. Nothing I do is going to change my life except for creatively and joyfully. Nothing is going to get me to the next level or money is great. Love it. And it buys freedom and comfort and all that. But that's why I stopped auditioning for on camera. It was just getting soul crushing and nothing was going to change my life and it wasn't creative. So answering your question, degrade myself for money. Sometimes I'll do things like degrading is when I beg for Substack subscribers because I want to build a community and TikTok live sometimes, but no, not at this point. Answering a question. Uh, yeah, long-winded answer. Uh, Why not write a bunch of questions that you think Kevin would ask you, then make a new list? So wait, Penelope, you're saying you don't like me on MLC? I think people like it a lot. If the conversation goes to what I'm doing now, I don't divert it. Okay, so how do I insert myself in the Dabbleverse? Again, to make money doing what Kevin does, you have to do it every day. You have to find there's these nice people like I forgot his name, uh, who can help you with the tech stuff and this and that, and you gotta do it every day, and you can't dabbleverse. So you gotta really be in that world, and it's fun. But again, I all right. Let me go on a tangent. Um, my father, who didn't talk much, as you and that's also what I like about Cody's stories. Finally telling stories about my father, which I never did in my writing or stand up. And he painted and did sculpture in retirement, and he only did about, let's say, 20 paintings and sculptures. But it's not the volume. The, are you done, Luna? So I like to do stuff. I'd like to tell stories I'd like to tell the Cody way. I'm explaining myself, but we're just talking. Go on with other Dabbleverse people. Well, can you give me suggestions of some? I kind of feel that my best chemistry is with Kevin. I don't think, and look, yes, it's a lot of the same stories. It's, But what I'm doing now is, you hear what I'm doing now is that I'm trying to, it's a weird thing with my social anxiety and stuff that I'm isolated, lonely, the same thing. But then I'll see someone and I'll hide that I know, or I have people that, as lonely and all that as I am, I don't want to have lunch or dinner with. There's a lot of people I just can't do it anymore. A friend of mine is mad because she invited me to a birthday thing, and I did the Irish goodbye. I just couldn't do the small talk, and I snuck out. I didn't want to explain to her, I can't do this. I've done this too many times. I don't want to do this. Because she goes, stay. What are you talking about? Ricardo's coming. So, all right, send me a list of these people. But yeah, I think so. Well, I love Jeff Richards, but the problem with Jeff, and that's probably why he cracks me up, is he doesn't really talk about being Jeff. And he'll just do an impression that's hysterical. He'll just say the same line over and over. Maybe I'm doing that, where he'll say, like Daryl Hammond, the 30s, the mobsters, Buffalo. Um, uh, I'm thinking that maybe I'll have Amy Stiller on, but that's a good point, Flores. I may try to have. The problem is, okay, here's the problem. I'm at Cody's mercy in the fact that, like I said, in a perfect world, Cody would do this every day, and then I'd know when we're doing it, and Cody has to make a living, and he's not semi-retired like fortunately I am. So, and then at the last minute, oh, will you be on it? And so maybe if I learn or someone helps me do some of these without Cody with some guests, I'll in advance make sure I get someone. So when Jeff Richards is on, it makes me laugh, but he'll just say the same thing every over and over. Like he'll do the 30s, the mobsters, and go, ha, ha, or he'll just do Ben and the flight attendants, which cracks me. But you know, this thing is going on, so this is good. We're brainstorming. So, yes. So maybe if someone could help me, like I forgot his name, real nice guy I reached out to, or he reached out to me. But no, I think you're helping me figure it out. If I do some of these where in advance, like right now I'm doing this because I'm not a complete idiot. I know how, but I don't know how to do the StreamYard and get another person on and blah, blah, blah. But maybe if I want to take a picture of this one. Maybe if no, I don't talk to any of those Raymond people. All right, maybe I'll reach out to Dave Sarah. And I want to do the watch party with Fred and Vinny, and I want to steal Kevin's idea and do a showing of laughs. Also, if any of you could give me suggestions for watch hours, who can help take down stuff I already have on YouTube and put it back up? That's a trick I learned. No, something's going off with my thing. So yeah, so maybe if someone helps me figure out how to do StreamYard and to have other people and then I set it up. Um, uh, I'll have some interesting guests, some situations, but let me just be defensive. Obviously, some of you are sticking with me, so some people are okay with me just babbling and showing my cat and hanging out. But you did see laughs. All right, I need someone. Okay, I'm going to reach out to Dave Sarah. I'm going to definitely do that. So, and it's all for Cody. I don't care what you say. I'm being repetitious stories in my thing for decades. I don't know what to do with, but I love them. The Bowie story, stuff about my father, Christmas in Florida, and she's looking up at a bug. And okay, so this is productive. Where you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit at lunch, which not a lot of people stand during lunch, and I'm going to make a list of people. Again, I don't get people when it's last minute. Cody goes, "We could do a stream now." I go, "Yeah." And I give up everything, my plans, which there are no plans. It's just where am I going to eat, and I'll sit there and just hope little by little we could illustrate something. So it's always last minute, and the only one I Jeff is a great guy. He's in town actually, um, and yeah, it's a lot of watch hours. But if there's a way to do it where I'm enjoying it, it's building. Yes, if there's guests I could like, I don't want to just have Doug Benson on. Not that he would do it, or people for the hell of it. Someone I have a chemistry with, and I wish I could take a video of this to show why it's doing this. There are people. You want to go back in? You ready to go back in? You had enough? So, all right, it's doing this. Let me see if I could. All right, well, this is productive. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a list of things like laughs, Fred and Vinny, ideas, and figure out what I can do. Yeah, what I do is when Cody sets it up, I do you want to go back in? I think she's done. All right, she had enough. I think all right. I think usually I know how to send a link with my iPhone to hey Jeff Richards, and most people don't respond. I had the life coach. Did you like the life coach? So that's what I'm going to do. I mean, just the fact a bunch of you are sticking with me. Look, I have 16 people. Is that a lot? It, no, but to me, and I've said this before, when you think that there's, every YouTube channel, every streaming thing, TikTok, that even if a few people are sticking with this is pretty crazy. Um, some people stream to no one just to get the watch hours. So I'm glad you guys are hanging out. So, all right, I've explained myself enough. I figured out I'm gonna give some variety, but just what I would like. Like I have some ideas of some guests. I mean, some things to do. Right now, meow, now. What keywords do you use in your stream description? Yeah, I do. Oh, so I'm supposed to do hashtags with this? It's one of my thrill seeker things. I don't put hashtags. I don't care. Liam used to stream. Now, is there a problem with streaming stuff? Is that because it's public access? See, all right, these are good tips. All right, I'm going to make a list of stuff and at lunch. Questions like if someone could help me with taking down some of my YouTube stuff and putting it back up. Are you keeping the notification on because you're mad at me? I don't know what that means. Uh, I'm not mad at anyone here. Not mad. I'm mad at anyone at the moment. So Liam would just put on crowd show stuff. Make Penelope's a little naughty. I have a feeling Penelope is a guy with all the white jokes. Yes, I don't know what's going on. It keeps doing this thing. Maybe one of you can help me, saying it's not attached to my iPhone audio, which I don't want the iPhone thing going on. Yeah, audio disconnected. iPhone microphone is not available. I don't want that microphone. So, any tech people understand why it's doing that? So, all right. So, I think this was productive, and I got 31 minutes. That's half of a watch hour. So, yeah, don't Scarlett is only 16, so let's keep it a little bit more PG-ish. You know. What do you mean? Oh, it's times 15, so I'm getting more watch hours because 15 people are here. All right. Well, you know something? I'm going to do this more, even if it's not with, the variety, what the people want, because I got to tell you, this is a good distraction, better than just doom scrolling and looking at this white mob beat up these black people beat up this mob. That's all I see on my TikTok feed is cops and Karens, and it's so depressing. So I'm having interactions. So even if you people are mad that I'm not giving the people what they want, if people are going to watch this, this is better interactions than a lot of things. So, all right. So I'm open to your advice, meaning I'll if I like doing it, meaning I'll try to get some guests in advance, try to figure out how to do it without Cody, and yeah. No, all right. I got to tell you, I don't know who Isaac Cappy is. I appreciate Ozzy. I'm not a big Ozzy Osbourne guy. I don't quite. I never was into any heavy metal. It's not my thing. Is he heavy metal? I know he did some great stuff. I know it's obviously sad. I appreciate what a legend he was. It's not quite my thing. No, yeah, I'm not a heavy metal guy. Uh, I remember someone. All right, I'm going to name drop. Drew Carey said, "Look who I'm hanging out with," and it was from the biggest heavy metal, Judas Priest, I think, one of the guys, and I didn't know the guy's name. I'm not a Judas Priest guy. I'm old. There's some younger stuff I like well, it's probably 30 years old. The Pixies and Pavement and Clinic and Wilco, and again, it's not that current. But I like Nirvana, but I never. I appreciate Pearl Jam, I guess, but a lot of that Seattle stuff, Jeremy, yeah, okay. Rob Halford, probably. I don't know much about Bush. I don't know. There's that band Pish. So there's a lot of stuff I tried getting into, but in high school, I'm an old guy. A lot of that stuff didn't stand the test of time. Okay, my first album I ever bought. And yeah, it keeps doing audio disconnected. iPhone 144 microphone is not available. I'll ask Wood later. Edgar Winter. My first album I ever bought was Alice Cooper, Billion Dollar Babies. It was weird stuff in '70s, the late '70s, like Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Deep Purple, ELO. Uh, so it's not like it is today because back then you only had record albums and the radio, so you couldn't you know download and all the stuff. So, but then I love Springsteen, who now I have mixed feelings about, and Neil Young, Todd Rundgren, High School. Oh, the Who. I loved Quadrophenia. I loved. I liked Paul McCartney's solo in high school. Corny stuff, Joni Mitchell, Carole King. Well, you would find it corny. Uh, what else in high school? Stuff like I would not listen to now, like I said, Deep Purple or the soundtracks to Jesus Christ Superstar, Hair, even Fiddler on the Roof, stuff my parents had. Cheech and Chong in high school. I like that album. My mixed feelings about Bruce is some of my favorite stuff is Springsteen. Some of my on my iPod, I don't have that anymore. The stuff I have the most is Sinatra. I got into all Rat Pack. I love Springsteen, Neil Young, but now it's oh, and oh, I love Tom Petty. But that was I got in. Yeah, Tom Petty, but that was even after high school. I'm old. But Springsteen then does this thing where, hey, I'm the working man, and I know he does 4-hour concerts, but it's like a hacky headliner comedian, like, and then Clarence came down from the mountain and did, it's like people like the Foo Fighters or Tom Petty. It's okay to tell stories, but this he's like a preacher, a carnival barker, and now, come on, are you ready for the greatest rock and roll? And he tells, it's just a little hacky to me sometimes. And I mean, God bless him. He never had worked a day in his life, a real job, but I'm for the working man. And the people I know that love him are these kind of upper class, rich comedy writer guys. Oh, Elvis Costello, but that was after high school. But I'm naming my favorites. So I have mixed feelings. Like it's kind of contrived. Also, everything's contrived. So if I'm making any sense, I don't like when he does the preacher stuff and does a sermon and then let's now rock and roll. I'm the preacher of rock and roll. It's a little. It gets a little much. Teens. Oh, Bowie, but Bowie. Well, Bowie's in the story, but again, a little. I got into Bowie, yes, but a lot of that high school stuff was Grand Funk Railroad, corny stuff, um, all that stuff. Does anyone remember Deep Purple and Grand Funk and uh, uh, Bachman Turner Overdrive? It was a weird time. Taking care of business. Oh, this is good. I was never in the Goldbergs. Deep Purple. Yeah, I never got into Elvis Presley till later. I didn't get into the Ramones till later. Ugh. So this is good. Okay, so this is more than just 40 minutes. We're getting watch hours for the people watching. Is that correct? So, all right, I'm going to charge my iPhone and iPad and this. And yeah, 70s music. Wow, Jim Croce. I love those sad kind of Moonlight feels right. A lot of sad kind of Gladys Knight, corny stuff. like the Spinners. Grand Funk is one of your favorites. I mean, Deep Purple. Kraftwerk. Well, in what's it called? In Everybody Loves Raymond, when I play the accordion, dun, Smoke on the Water, dun 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 dun. Dun. No, I'm way before Milli Vanilli. Dun 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 dun. Smoke on the Water. I played the accordion on Everybody Loves Raymond, and I'll hang out a few more minutes. I'll put the charger in. I'll go to 25 minutes. The charger in sharper. Oh, you know what's in that? I can't. The charger's not going in. I can't put it in. All right. Well, this gives me something to do when I sit alone at lunch. I'll have this all charged, and I'll have questions. Excuse me, for Dave Sarah. You just fell out. I'll have questions for Dave Sarah, but I think I can't put this in charging. Now she's trying to come back out. Looney. All right. What are the 70s songs? Yes, I met James. Jeff, I was saying, I'm not complaining, but I like doing this. I'm pretty isolated. I forget I don't have real interactions. And I feel self-conscious. I hate eating alone when I'm just sitting with a book. But now, if I could bring the laptop and put down ideas. So I like places with no waitress service. So we met at Farmer's Market, and I had pasta outside. You don't have to wait for the check if you have any anxiety. And then we walked around the Grove, and we walked around Barnes and Noble, and I get very stimulated just looking, opening books, and wishing I could one day have like a graphic novel I did with Cody of these stories. So I love it's. I love where I live, this area, but it's not a good people watching thing. I like to visit and watch people, but then come home. So yeah, it was a beautiful day at the Grove. I was not on the Goldbergs. Yeah, I got to figure out how to stop this pinging noise. So I'm gonna get on all that. Um, I'm gonna write a list of things I have to do. No, Brooklyn. I know. Well, I promise the next time the pinging won't happen. So basically, Brooklyn, I grew up, I always say, the Brooklyn I grew up with was Saturday Night Fever, Welcome Back Kotter, racist, small minded, not sophisticated. So I don't know the new artsy, gentrified Brooklyn Greenberg. Is that what it's called? All that stuff. Uh, and I have no reason to go back there. My parents are gone. Well, they moved to Florida before they died. Anything newish I've seen. Uh, Bay Ridge. I grew up in Sheepshead Bay. Uh, yeah, I don't miss Brooklyn at all. That's where I used to go. Record albums at EJ Corvettes, Williamsburg. Nothing I miss about Brooklyn. Nah, I don't miss Manhattan. The pinging noise. All right, I feel I better wrap this up, and I'll come back when I figure out the pinging noise. So I'm gonna make a list of things I got to do. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so it's real hot. Well, I'm lucky. I'm sitting outside because it's not hot. And the lockbox will open later. All right, I got some great ideas. Any last questions? I'm going to figure out the pinging noise. And all right, 45 minutes. All right, I got to go 20 more seconds to say I got now 45 minutes. I'm going to figure out. All right, what I got to do, Scarlett, is make a list of things I'd like to do on these streams. And and then you're telling Dave Sarah can help figure this out. Um, I wasn't on the middle, and I wasn't on the Goldbergs. And I'm gonna figure this out. And when I do a streaming of Fred and Vinny, I'm pretty sure someone will help me figure out how to let people know. So you will know. I was in Raymond, that Patty Heaton show. All right, so I'm gonna figure out how to stop this annoying noise. Not just me is the annoying noise. Well, this is good. I like killing time this way rather than scrolling on the phone. And now I have a reason to go have lunch by myself because I'm going to bring the laptop, compile the questions for Dave Sarah. I got to get the taxes too. So one last question, and then I'm going to get going. Who is Clearwater Chad? All right, I'm open to your suggestions. So thank you for the hang. This is good. This is good. You guys are great. Now, before I go, thank you, Ed. Give a comment if you like the Substack stories, if you think they're fun and interesting and quirky or enjoyable, the illustrated stories. I don't mean to stream so much. Does anyone go, I like these? All right, I'll wait a second. If not, I don't care. I like them. But it'd be good if you others liked them too and thought they were fun to read. All right, going once. Thank you, Leo. I liked my favorites from Raymond. Thank you, Frank. Frank appreciates the Substack. Okay, on Raymond, Ray's a good guy, but he was too nervous. It's his show, frazzled. Brad Garrett cracked me up, making jokes. Peter Boyle, I loved asking questions about Taxi Driver. And I loved Charles Durning, who played the priest, asking questions about Dog Day Afternoon. Well, thank you for the hang. I'm going to charge things, going to figure out the stupid noises. And this gives me something to do today. And I'll ask that question later. So thank you guys for the hang. Peter Ball was legendary. So thank you. We're trying to get the watch hours. You gave me a lot of great things about the Marx Brothers and stuff. So, speaking of film festivals, if any of you happen to live near Detroit, I hear, or Columbus, Ohio, so the weekend of September 26th at a film festival, they're going to show Dumb and Dumber, and I'm going to talk after, Q&A, sign autographs, photos. If any of you, does anyone live near there? Toledo, yes. Wait. I'm going to be in I think Columbus. It's called the Mommy Film Festival, not MOMMY. So anyone by any chance live near Columbus or the Detroit area or Ohio? That's where I'll be in September. Morsky, do you live in Toledo? That's funny. All right. Toledo's okay. All right. I hope you make it, Flores Morsky. Actually, I think I'll be there all weekend. They're going to show Dumb and Dumber on the 26th Friday, but I think I'm going to be a judge at the film festival. So I'm going to be at the film festival and maybe do some other talks and stuff. So hope to see you in Ohio, but I'll be reminding and bugging before then. All right, I got some charging to do, some questions. You guys, I got to say I appreciate this because this is you know, and Scarlett lives somewhere in Ohio, and Cody's in Bowling Green. So, and I hear it's near Detroit. I'm flying into Detroit. So let's see what happens with that. Thank you, Penelope Parasite. It's a little obscene here and there, but he or she, I think it's a guy. No woman is going to, but it's just a few hours away. I hope you make it, Scarlett. Um, 8 Mile Road. Yeah. Oh, I could go. Oh, yeah, I could do live streams. All right, I'm going to figure out this audio disconnected thing. And Chad and Ray. Wait, Ray DeVito's in Ohio? Is he really? All right. Well, I got to tell him. All right, guys, this really is better than being depressed. This really helped. So we're going to figure this out. I'm going to end the stream now. If I would have went 9 more minutes, I would have had another hour of watch hours. Like a talking cat. My cat enjoyed being out here. All right, I'm going to cut this off. Thank you for the hanging with me. You have a great day. Who knows? Maybe I'll come back later.